We are experiencing technical difficulties. If you can hear me, say you can hear me. Anyone here? Looks like 0 people. Who's here? Can you hear me? We had to restart. Hey, 3B. We just had trouble with our stream, so we're just restarting. Hey, Heartbreaker. I don't know why something happened with both of with either my computer or Derek's, where like everything was slowed down and like bogged down. So we're taking a second for him to restart his computer. But I wanted to see if anybody was here still. Oh man. Come on. Heartbreaker, are you still doing homework? Oh, nice. Filming some stuff? Sweet. What are you going to film, if you don't mind me asking? Oh, cool. I thought that was really funny on Facebook when you put, I found this fucker texting in the back room. I thought that was awesome. John, they're coming back. Derek's coming back. He just had to reset his computer. We had like a problem with slow lag. So it's taking a second, but he's almost back. Drink my Mountain Dew. That's good logic, John. I didn't think about that. He can do Colton's homework. Sorry, it's boring for a minute. I'm waiting for Derek to come back. John, you're not getting it. It's mine. It's my Halloween box set. I love it. I'll show it off real quick while we're waiting. 1, and then 2, and it's even got the artwork from the posters, which is really cool. Then 3, and I like the black Blu-ray cases. That's really awesome. 4, 5, and there's a clear, and 6, H2O, Damn, there's too much of a glare there. And then Resurrection. And then Rob Zombie 1. Rob Zombie 2. And then we've also got this book that's really cool. And it's got like all this stuff about the making of, which is really awesome. I'm not gonna show off everything, but it's really cool little booklet as well. The side of the cases, that, and that. And this is what they look like. Hey, Big D. Oh, there's Derek right here. Oh, he's almost here. Hold on. If I can get that sit there, yeah. Okay. All right.
Let's try this again. I know you
I
can't
can hear you
me
perfectly.
there.
I can't see you though, but I can hear you.
Give me a second. Okay,
You're
here it
good.
comes.
Oh.
Okay, so my computer crapped out. I had to restart it.
Nice. That's awesome. Big D's
Did you
here now.
pause the movie or did you?
What?
Did you pause the movie or did you keep it playing?
It just kept playing.
Okay,
it just showed the grandmother's like backstory scene. Since you were gone for a couple minutes, 3B came by for a second and said hi, and Colton back.
I missed us.
Yeah, and then 80s horror fan made me show off my whole Halloween box set, like the inside of the cases and stuff. And then Big D is here. Sorry I'm late. I got the Tommy Jarvis trilogy review up now. And John said, Colton, don't go, because Colton said he's going to listen to music for a second and be right back. That's pretty funny. But I'm glad we got it back.
Big D, have you seen Krampus? That's what we're talking about right now. We'll be talking about Gremlins in a little bit, but we're watching Krampus right now.
And John says, Big D can't wait to see it.
Oh, I'm about to start seeing the gingerbread.
Oh, yeah.
Now.
Okay, so here's a comment from when you were gone. John said, Derek, grade Colton's homework, because Colton was talking about his homework, and John said, well, why doesn't Derek do it? He's a teacher. He should do his homework. And Big D said,
he's got to learn on his own. I know plenty about the Great Depression.
And then Big D said, I've never seen Krampus. Heard of it, though. Is it good? I think it's really good. I like it. I think it's pretty fun.
I think it's really good. I don't know if I'm ranking. Hold on, let's do this. This will be fun while the movie's just kind of chilling. What would be your top 5 Christmas horror movies? You don't necessarily have to do it in any order. Yeah, top 5 Christmas horror movies.
Like on top of my head, I just am thinking of Black Christmas and Silent Night, Deadly Night.
That'd be my 1, 2, probably in that order.
Yeah, I'm trying to think in my head of any others.
I think those are the definitive 2 best ones. But I think I'd probably put Krampus and Gremlins in my top, right there near the top of my list, and A Christmas Horror Story. That'd probably round out my top 5. Without really thinking about it too much.
This isn't fully horror, but I kind of want to put. I know you said Christmas Horror, right?
Yeah.
Never mind. For some reason I was gonna say Nightmare Before Christmas. That I don't know why I was gonna say that. Oh, John said number one, better watch out.
No. That's awesome. My God. Bronco Chuggalo reviewed it and he liked it and it triggered me a little bit.
I like it too.
No, I think it's actually probably a good movie, but it does that thing that Scream 4 does too that I don't like, where like the killer has like the spoiled brat motivation, and for some reason it's one of those things that just really annoys me in movies. Does the boy not remind you of Jill a little bit? Kind of.
You can kind of see that.
Like, she doesn't really have a reason to be a killer. She's just like a spoiled crybaby who wants fame. And then he doesn't really have a good reason to be a killer. He just wants this girl that he can't have that's too old for him anyway. Like,
John commented in air quotes, "So you're telling me?"
Oh my god. And all the stuff that he pulled off, it's so unrealistic. If I was one of the guys that was in that movie, or I was the female babysitter, I would bitch smack him, and that would be the end of it. Like, I don't buy that he would have the intelligence or like the strength to pull off all the things that he pulled off in that movie.
Yeah.
Which I normally really like killer kid movies, but I don't know. It's just something about that kid that was entitled brat, but not in a good way. And then the ending is so unsatisfying to that movie. To Better Watch Out. Do you remember how it ends?
I don't remember. I don't know. Are we gonna spoil it? Because I don't know if they've seen it.
Well, if you haven't seen Better Watch Out, you better mute this, because I think John Kyle has seen it. And even if you have seen it, who cares? Because this movie sucks. So you don't.
Well, some people might like it.
So it basically, he kills the girl that he likes and leaves her for dead, but she puts duct tape on her neck. And so the movie ends with, he thinks he's gotten away with it. Kind of like Jill at the end of Scream 4. It's very similar, except she's taken to the hospital. She sees the kid up in the window. She flips him off, and the movie basically ends.
Oh,
so you get like no resolution to anything though. Like, if the kid would have got his just desserts at the end, I think I would have liked it a lot better. Like how Jill gets her ass kicked at the end of Scream 4.
Yeah. I'm going to go back to the comments. Big D said, "No, I'm sorry, 80s horror fan. I've got my schedule packed up for the next week until I take a break on the 22nd of this month." And then John Kyle says, 80s horror fan. And John Kyle just says, "Killer kid movies." And okay, cool. I see somebody behind you.
Hey, Taylor.
I was trying to not laugh while I was reading that comment, but I saw you going back and forth. And then Big D said the 22nd is my last day at doing reviews for a while as I'm finishing up Jack Frost and A Christmas Story.
Jack Frost, another classic.
This scene is so weird.
John Kyle probably hates Jack Frost because John Kyle does not have a good appreciation for so bad it's good type of movies.
So
but you say that with Lee too, because he doesn't like Thanksgiving, but he likes other bad movies.
Yeah, basically. And they're punishing his family because they don't appreciate Christmas, is how I took it. Is that what you think too?
Yeah.
Like, the reason Krampus is around is because he tears up the letter and Krampus goes after his family because they don't appreciate Christmas.
John says Jack Frost is my middle name.
I prefer Jack Frost to Thanksgiving.
John, Kyle, Jack Frost.
I do too. Did you hear that, Derek? I prefer Jack Frost to Thanksgiving too.
I do, Corey. I do.
I think I do too. Actually,
it was kind of close though. I like both, but
me and Corey have so much alike in movies.
We need to gang up on Derek about Last Jedi.
I like The Last Jedi. Sorry, not sorry.
I'm not sorry
either. Be able to deal with me when we're watching it.
I'm
gonna need a punching bag next to me while I'm watching it.
Oh my god, it's the best. It's like the best one. So John says, "I love bad movies, but thanks pooping is another level."
Stop. He shows that movie no mercy. That's like one of those movies, like a lot of people hate it. So like that makes me want to dig in and like it even more. Probably that's how it is with you in The Last Jedi. Like more people hate on it, the more I want to dig in and like it.
John said Last Jedi broke my heart. I'm sorry, John. I love that movie.
Wait, John Kyle, you're gonna love my review. It's gonna when we get there. I haven't rewatched it yet. I just watched Empire Strikes Back today. By the way, my episode 4 review is up. John Kyle.
Empire Strikes Back is better than I remember.
You weren't even watching it.
Yes,
you were on your phone half the time.
I was there.
Okay. You're not to get exposed in front of everybody. So we were watching The Empire Strikes Back, and they're all in cloud, and Taylor was on her phone like the whole movie. And when she said from the beginning, she didn't remember it that well. They're in Cloud City, and do you know what Taylor asked me?
What?
What ship are they on? Dead serious.
Oh.
You asked.
Because, so in my mind, like I said, I haven't seen that. I really haven't seen that movie. I mean, but one time.
They were on Cloud City for 30 minutes by that point.
Okay, but they're up in the air and he's hanging off of a ship, stupid head.
Oh, I can see that then. I understand what you mean.
Like, when I saw it, I was like, okay, well, what ship are they inside? Because I've only seen that movie one time. Like, I've seen the prequels like a million times, but like 4 through 6, I've only seen them probably once or twice a piece, if that. And I just haven't seen them a lot. So I was like, where
Corey,
are they?
cover your ears.
Why?
That explains why you don't like The Last Jedi, because you've only seen 4 through 6 once. If you'd seen them more, you would understand.
I like The Last Jedi.
If you had seen 4 through 6 more, then you wouldn't.
No, there's
No,
nothing.
I do, and I've seen 4 through 6 a lot.
The Last Jedi is a masterpiece. Like,
I actually agree with that.
It could have
A masterpiece.
A masterpiece.
visually, it's good. I like the actors. Yes, it could have more fighting in it, and it didn't have hardly anything.
Taylor,
I'm disappointed.
did you say a masterpiece or an masterpiece?
Oh my god.
He's so rude. Try being married to this. You think you're miserable on a 1 hour live stream? Try living with this guy.
Oh damn, roasted.
Roasted.
Taylor likes to embarrass me in public, so like a live stream, it's like she salivates at the chance to
It's all in good fun.
Nice.
Taylor was so on her phone and not paying attention. The Luke, I am your father moment had already happened and gone by. And Taylor looked up and was like, is he going to say? I was like, it already happened. And I had to rewind the movie. Oh, you'll love my review because I quoted the whole scene. I'll have to show it to you later. I quoted the whole scene, and I tried to make it really cheesy and really funny in my review. So hopefully it lands and it makes people laugh and it's not cringe-worthy. But I literally quoted the whole scene. I think John Kyle gets a kick out of it.
Oh, here's the gingerbread man. Gingerbread man.
I love the gingerbread man scene. It's amazing. I don't think we're in the same part because you kept it playing and I didn't.
Tell if they were going for the funny in this movie in certain scenes.
They're going for the funny in the whole movie. Like the movie's not taken seriously. Plus,
I guess it's a horror comedy.
It's PG-13, so you're limited on the gore that you can have too. I definitely think it's a horror comedy. Definitely.
You want Mousy? Oh, jeez. Mousy?
Hey, Big D said we're making him laugh a lot.
Oh, I'm glad I made smile. I really am a lovely person. He just brings out the bad side of me.
Whatever, Taylor. The Last Jedi brings out the bad side in me.
Hey, John Kyle said it's a masterpiece. I don't know if he is making fun of it or not.
Oh, John Kyle, trust me, I'm going to rant on that when I do my review. Don't read the comment section, Corey.
Oh, no, I see it. Yeah. We can agree to disagree. I'm not going to say it out loud.
John Kyle's going to love my Last Jedi review. As I've been watching the original trilogy, I've literally been making mental notes of all the times that Luke did things that would be contrary to his character in The Last Jedi, and I'm going to bring them up. And it's going to be glorious. I'll give the movie some positives, though. I'll give the movie some positives.
I hope so. Oh my god!
I owe that to my viewers. Like, you can't just be like, "This movie sucks." You got to find some positives. You can't just be like, "This movie's amazing." You got to find some negatives.
You should make everybody say one good thing about a film or one bad thing.
I mean, that's what I always try to do. I always try to find positives or negatives in every movie. That's what you should do. You shouldn't just blindly just love or hate a movie. I don't know. The Empire Strikes Back is a pretty damn perfect movie, though. Good. Like, I really couldn't find any negatives with it.
Oh.
You still there, Corey?
Yeah, I'm just typing for John. You won't go broke, LOL.
Oh my God! Star Wars. Can you imagine when this new movie comes out?
Oh my God!
How toxic it'll be!
It's gonna be ridiculous.
You are gonna be very surprised. I think. I do not think that. I just don't think certain things are going to go the way you think they will.
Me and Corey were talking about the Emperor earlier.
I don't believe he's coming back physically. I believe he's going to be a.
He better not come back physically. They threw him into the reactor and he blew up, and then the Death Star blew up.
I just don't see how he could come back, even if he could.
If Rian Johnson was directing, he would be back.
Yeah,
but it's not him this time.
I don't think J.J. Abrams is going to let that happen. Even if it does, I think I'll be okay. Because for like movie,
I won't.
For movie
I'll see you in the car.
Oh my gosh.
No, I won't. I won't.
Taylor will do a solo review and she'll be like, Derek didn't watch the movie. We'll leave it in the car.
She'll look over at me and I'll be like
I just think it'll pleasantly surprise some people.
Hey, you know, to be fair, in The Last Jedi, Luke said this is not going to end how you think it will.
I don't think it will at all.
Yeah, so that's true.
I thought it was really neat. I don't know if you saw the preview. It looks like they're actually in the Sith temple. So
we were talking about this earlier.
Yeah. Yeah,
I think it's going to be at least probably Force Awakens level good. So, and that if it's Force Awakens level, I'll be really happy with that. Because I think Force Awakens is around 4th or 5th for me.
I hope it's Last Jedi level because that's my favorite.
Oh my God, John Kyle's pulling his Patreon support from you.
Oh, he better not do that. I still love John. I just
he's sending you a lump of coal now. No, John Kyle is for real his favorite. Corey posted his ranking on our group the other day, and he for real said Last Jedi was his favorite.
Yep.
Which John Kyle, just to throw some fuel in the fire, because I know John Kyle loves the original trilogy. Episode 3 is my favorite. Even after watching The Empire Strikes Back, I'm still going to say Episode 3 is probably my favorite.
Episode 3 is definitely my favorite.
I think it's my favorite too.
That was my favorite. Watching Last Jedi, I was just so surprised how great it was. So that's my favorite now.
Well, I'm all about the lightsaber fights, and if you're all about the lightsaber fights, Episode 3 is the movie for you. It has like 5 lightsaber fights, including the best one in the franchise. Even though Empire Strikes Back, that Luke Darth Vader lightsaber fight was pretty kick ass. I watched that one today.
Rise of Skywalker is gonna have an epic lightsaber fight at the end of it.
I'm sure it will.
I mean, he can't ruin this. This is the closing chapter. I mean, people will hate this guy. Ow! I think that's gonna happen.
I think John Kyle's mad. It's like, Derek, come on. At least I didn't put The Last Jedi first. Revenge of the Sith is legit. I'll argue with anybody. Revenge of the Sith is a legit movie.
I'll argue prequels and Last Jedi good. So
I don't know. Like I don't think 1 and 2 are as bad as people say, but I agree. I do think 1 and 2 are like a step below a lot of the other movies.
1 is just definitely not high for me. It's just very bland.
Yeah.
Except for the Darth Maul lightsaber fight, Episode 1 is just pretty bland.
I like Attack of the Clones for certain reasons, but there is a lot of action in it, and I like the romance side of it. But Revenge of the Sith is my all-time favorite. I'm
waiting for somebody to get triggered. Be like, I thought this was a Krampus and Gremlins live stream. Y'all be talking about Star Wars.
Oh, I forgot. I didn't even think about it.
There hasn't really been a whole lot to talk about for Krampus in a while. Krampus is just kind of a simple movie. Like, there's not a lot of stuff you can say about it. Although we're about to get to the gingerbread scene though, so I do want to watch that. I'm a little behind you.
So John Kyle had a comment that I had to approve. So read this. It's pretty funny.
Oh God.
I don't know if it'll be on the bottom or on the where it was at.
Why did you have to approve it? Was it bad?
It said it's not appropriate for like. Did it show it?
Is YouTube censoring our live streams now?
No, it's just like if you say something like really inappropriate, it just doesn't. It just gives you an option to click on it before you show it to everybody.
No, I don't have it.
Why isn't it showing it?
Oh my God,
it's not showing it.
So many things have popped up in the chat. Oh, I think I see it.
What the heck?
Yeah, that Jack in the Box thing is crazy looking.
It's creepy.
We'll go back to the chat in a minute. I want to see this creepy monster Jack in the Box. The monster design
I've already passed
is
that.
so creative in this movie. Taylor's jaw is just like down. Look at this, Taylor.
Did that thing just eat a kid?
No, they didn't eat the kid. If they did, the kid lives. Look at this. They're just shooting the nail gun at him. The gingerbread men are just smiling and shooting the nail gun. Oh my God.
Oh, you're kind of behind.
Yeah, because I paused it when we were having technical issues.
Oh, whoop. Probably like 10 minutes behind, I think.
Can't catch me.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to the comments. John said Jar Jar who? And Derek, did you know that Stallone auditioned for Han Solo? Big D says tomorrow I'm going to really put my Friday the 13th reviews to the grindstone as I have to review New Blood and Jason Takes Manhattan a back-to-back review. Heartbreaker says I'm back.
You can just skip Jason Takes Manhattan, Big D. Nobody will miss that one.
Well, that teddy bear is creepy.
Yeah, they have some really creepy monster designs in this movie. Like, if I'm trying to sell this movie to somebody, I'm gonna be like, "Killer gingerbread man. What more do you want?"
You know, up in that attic, you're about to see the attic scene, like up in the attic. That reminds me of like some Puppet Master shit. Like it looks just like Puppet Master kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Whenever
I need to review those at some point.
I remember I reviewed them a while ago, a long time ago.
I've only reviewed the Full Strike. I need to review some of the other ones, but I don't really want to. Yeah, it's like Puppet Master caliber, like Corey was saying. They have all these I forgot there was this many crazy creatures that pop up. They have like everything. Yeah.
That one that's got the tongue. That's creepy. You'll see it in a second. I think that's getting Tony Collette. Big B said going to review New Blood today, but had to reschedule it because it took so long to get the Tommy Jarvis trilogy review up. And Heartbreaker says Jason Takes Manhattan is good. I don't really agree. I don't really like Jason Takes Manhattan. And then Big D says, then do a spoiler-free review of Jumanji The Next Level, even though I did a quick review on Letterboxd. I'm going to see Jumanji soon, too. I didn't see that yet. I want to, though.
Yeah,
that Jumanji tomorrow the next day.
It's creepy.
I mean, some of these things are scary. That Jack in the Box?
Yeah, like they have some scary looking monster designs. Like Krampus himself is pretty scary too.
Yeah.
Like the monster designs are legit. It's one of this movie's like biggest strong suits.
Yeah.
Ooh. I wouldn't expect too much out of Jumanji. Aaron said it wasn't very good.
Well, I'll see it for myself. I don't know.
You might like it. I like the first one. Well, the original and the first Jumanji of like this franchise.
Did you see Zathura? Because that's part of it too.
What?
Zathura? Did you see that too? That's part of the Jumanji movies. It's the one in space.
What?
It's like a board game kind of thing, but it's in space. It's really good. Or I mean, people think it's good.
Usually, when things are in space, that isn't a good sign.
It's not like a horror movie though. It's different than that. It's like a game in space.
Yeah.
But yeah. No, I need to see Jumanji 2. That just came out yesterday.
Man, Star Wars is gonna be crazy. Like
I have to see it opening night because I'm not getting spoiled anymore.
Yeah, like I don't know. There's no way I'm gonna be able to see it till probably at least Saturday. So I'm gonna have to really stay off social media and stuff.
It got ruined for me last time.
Cause why would you have been looking in that comment section? Like,
yeah, no comments. That's bad. People like to
post, Taylor. You can't. Don't look at anything this week. Stay away from it. People love to spoil stuff for people. And I feel like there'll be some big spoilers with this movie.
Oh, yeah, I think so, too.
Although, Corey, if the Emperor is legitimately alive, I want you to tell me that before I see it, because that way I will have a chance to mentally prepare myself. And
I don't want to because I want you to get enraged.
Why would you want that?
Because I want you to go. So you're telling me that he didn't survive, or that he survived after the Death Star blown up?
Could you imagine?
Oh,
so you're telling me they threw him over the reactor. You had that explosion. The Death Star blew up right after that, and he's still alive.
He could indeed be Darth Plagueis' apprentice in some form or fashion. He could possibly manipulate the midichlorians. So, even though he was destroyed, maybe he could pull himself back together somehow.
Yep.
Why did he pull Snoke together like that?
Because Snoke is on a different level. Oh my god!
Bring Snoke back. He shouldn't have been killed either.
He was a horrible bad guy.
I love Snoke.
How do you know you didn't even get to know him?
Well,
I love Snoke getting killed. I thought that was great. That was such a cool surprise.
No, I don't hate that much.
He wasn't horrible. Like, he just wasn't. He just got handled. You know what I mean? He went out so quickly.
He did, and I don't have a huge problem with that. I wasn't super invested.
What I'm saying though is, there's a possibility. I don't think he'll come back, but he could come back. I mean, why could he not?
Look at that teddy bear.
Manipulate the midichlorian.
That teddy bear's crazy.
Reminds me of that one teddy bear from I think it's Demonic Toys.
What is your deal?
You know what I'm talking about, Corey?
Yeah. Like the Jack in the Box?
No, there's a teddy bear in Demonic Toys that has like the razor teeth too, but he's like
I forgot. Yeah.
I need to review that movie. That's been a while since I've seen that one. This is Clefin. What is? Oh, that's where the elves come. Oh my god. The movie gets crazy. In the last act, the movie just gets crazy and it gets kind of serious too.
This looks like a normal day at work for me.
I'm trying to read through all the comments.
Yeah, I like to say them. We have a lot though. Heartbreaker says Jason X Man is my second favorite of the series, even though my favorite Jason is part 2. Heartbreaker, I am back. All we need is for Adeline to be here, and then the whole gang will be here. Big D says, Colton, you won't mind if I share my back-to-back review of Jason Takes Manhattan and New Blood on Jason Takes Manhattan group. Heartbreaker, this group needs more posts, so yes, do it. Big D, it would be cool if Adeline joins. I don't know. I don't even know who Adeline is.
All I know is Colton sent me an invite to the Jason Takes Manhattan thing. And I knew in good conscience I could not accept that invite.
Oh my god. That's funny. There's a Jason Takes Manhattan group. There are people I know who love it though, which is cool, but I don't love it.
Colton, how many people do you got that are in that group? He's like, I have about 10 people right now. No, he's probably got more than that.
You actually see the Krampus?
Yeah, you see Krampus in a little while. You've seen him a little bit earlier in the movie, but you get to see him up close in a little while.
I can't remember.
You also get to see him in A Christmas Horror Story, too.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
I think I like this one better, though.
Yeah. This is probably, I don't know, maybe my fourth favorite Christmas movie after Black Christmas, Silent Night, Deadly Night, and then... no, I wouldn't really call Jack Frost a Christmas movie, though. If you were considering Jack Frost a Christmas movie, Jack Frost would be, like, third for me.
I do like Jack Frost, but I like the serious version.
Did you see how I had to explain the Shannon Elizabeth scene to Robbie the other morning?
What? Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, you had to explain it.
I did it for like the most serious, like, no, I was like, okay, Robbie, and I explained it in like the most matter-of-fact way.
That was pretty funny.
Well, like when the scene starts, the carrot's in the bathtub, but when he comes up, the carrot is not on his head. So, and then one later at the end, I actually didn't catch that the first time or two I watched it, but once I got older and I watched it, like I picked up on that.
Well, what he says makes it definitely implied.
Looks like Christmas came a little early this year. I hope it was as good for you as it was for me. Trust me, I could write the book on Thanksgiving and Jack Frost one-liners. I know them all.
Outside.
Sounds like something you would do.
No.
David Roddy, she locks them out, so I think she could sacrifice herself so they could get away, if I remember right.
Big D says she's from Adeline's horror universe. Heartbreaker said, I made the group. We have 8 members. I'm trying to get the director of Jason X Manhattan to join, but I need him to find him on Facebook. I forgot what that dude's name is who directed that.
He probably never directed again.
I feel bad because he like said in an interview that like he wanted to do more, but like they wouldn't let him do anymore.
That's right. That they interviewed him on I think Crystal Lake Memories, and he kind of got the whole deal.
He did. Rob Hedden. I'm seeing if he's done anything else.
Stuff wasn't his fault because the kills being neutered. That's like the MPAA again, like it was in Part 7. That's a problem I have. Weak kills except for the boxing kill. And then the fact it wasn't in New York that long doesn't bother me as much as it bothers some people, but that's a budget thing. The one thing I blame him for is the Kid Jason stuff. Like, none of the Kid Jason stuff should have been in that movie at all. None of the Kid Jason visions.
Oh, you do see him.
Yeah, you do get to see him. None of the Kid Jason visions. No Jason turning into the kid at the end. None of that stuff should have been in the movie at all.
And it's framed so badly where it looks like the actual Jason is there, but it's like in her head. But it looks like Jason's literally there, like in the water.
Well, not even that, though. Like, I'm just talking about all the scenes, the whole movie with the kid Jason. It's so pointless and not really good for the story. He's the anti-Santa Claus. He punishes people who hate Christmas or don't appreciate Christmas. Yeah, Krampus looks awesome. I'm watching the one where he confronts the grandma. It's pretty awesome.
Okay, so we're getting towards the end, and after I watched this movie again, I thought to myself, Derek, how do you like the ending to this movie?
Because
I'm really curious.
The ending defies logic, because if you know my thoughts, you know I hate, like, in Last Jedi, when you think Luke and Kylo are going to fight and they don't, or like in Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, when the hospital scene's just a dream. Like, I really, really hate when movies fake you out like that. But I think this is the one time that it works, because like that, I kind of saw it coming from the beginning when I watched it. I was like, it's going to be one of those movies where, like, you know, like how in a lot of those movies, like, they are asleep or whatever, and they're taught the true meaning of Christmas, and then they wake up. Like, that's done in, like, so many Christmas movies. And, like, you would think the ending would bother me to this movie, but the ending does not.
That's the first thing I thought. I was like, wait, it's like kind of a dream, but because it does happen, but it also does. It's weird. It's a weird ending. I like it though.
It didn't bother me the first time, and then every time that I watch it, it bothers me less.
I immediately thought of you. I was like, I don't know if he likes this or not. I was just surprised you did.
I don't like if misdirection fits the story like it does there. I like it, or like
he does in Last Jedi.
But in Alice, Sweet Alice, and in Happy Birthday to Me, without spoiling the endings, they do misdirection in those movies, but I think it's effective, like it works. In The Last Jedi, the problem was I needed that Luke Kylo lightsaber fight for the movie to be good for me, for what I look for in a Star Wars movie. They made me think it was going to happen, and I was so excited when I watched the movie, and I've never been able to get over it. And even when I know it's there, I've watched Last Jedi like 3 times before. Like, it still makes me mad every time. I was like, because like you have him fight and die, or you don't have him just die at the end. Like, I just don't understand like how they handled the end of that movie. Like, that was, I think, by far his biggest mistake.
The important thing is, does Taylor like it?
What?
Does Taylor like it?
What is it?
The scene where Luke, like, it's like fake, the Jedi fight.
So I really, really do love. I love that scene as a whole. Like, visually, it's just really beautiful and entertaining. I love the ending scene. I don't know. I feel like it was unique. I wouldn't say like, oh my gosh, this is my favorite. I thought it was unique because no one's ever really done that. Like, Force projected himself.
Yeah,
so that was super neat.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never seen that before, and I love that. And then I always argue with Derek. Derek's like, he died in such a stupid way. But in a way, he didn't. I mean, freaking Obi-Wan Kenobi did the same thing in 4. I mean, he kind of like transcended.
No, he showed up and he fought and he gave his life so they could escape.
Wait, he did the same
thing. He lifted up his lightsaber and he gave up, which I talked about.
Hold on, Derek. Did you just say that he doesn't do the same thing in The Last Jedi? Luke gives his life to let them escape.
Exactly.
So I think so.
I enjoyed it because like everyone seems to have a problem with how he died. But like, if you think about it, that took a lot of like Force energy. Nobody's done that before. Like, that probably took everything out of him.
You know what would have taken less energy?
If
he would have got in the ship with Rey and manned up like he did in all the other movies.
Everything out of him to Force project.
Well, look at it this way. He manned up in the other movies, but then it was all for nothing, so he gave up. And then by the end, he saved the day again.
I did not have a problem with the ending the way he goes. Like, because
I don't either.
He felt like, okay, well, my job is finished here. Like, he was ready to go. Everybody has their time. Yoda even had his time. Like, literally just transcend into the Force. Like, what happened?
He literally goes like Yoda and Obi-Wan do.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's fine.
Exactly. So I didn't have a problem with it at all. I saw it as, you know what I mean? I was like, well, he's transcending. That's what's happening. So I wasn't disappointed. I mean, he finally did what he needed to do.
And that was so poetic that his final act was to save everybody and maybe get Kylo Ren to turn back. I thought that was great. That's why I didn't need a lightsaber fight between the two, because he needed to have Kylo Ren learn that lesson to change. Like, he's not going to change unless he did that, I think.
Yes, and I feel
like where he faked him out.
He's going to come back. It'll be neat because I feel like his Force Ghost will be back in The Rise of Skywalker. So I hope so.
Luke Skywalker?
Yeah,
he's
definitely in it. On the poster, it says him and Carrie Fisher are in it. So
okay, good.
Yeah, or at least Carrie Fisher with the footage from the other movie. But
well, I got a 2-on-1 on The Last Jedi. I mean, that's kind of cool how you explained it that way. That he did all that stuff, but it was for nothing, and so he just gave up. That was a good. I like that. I love it. That was a good explanation for it.
Yep. I'm going to change it for you. I'm going to make you love it.
No, you can't. No, because when it all comes down to it, you justified it well. But don't lie. Would it have been better if they would have lightsaber fought? Don't lie.
It wouldn't have been better.
You're lying. There's no way.
It wouldn't have been better because it wouldn't have been better because he wouldn't have learned his lesson. Like Kylo Ren wouldn't have changed. Like Kylo Ren is going to be to the changing point in the next movie. Like he has, like Luke had to, if Kylo Ren was shot Luke down and killed him, Kylo Ren wouldn't have changed. And I think the trajectory of the series is that he's going to change back because, like in the other films, he's going to change. Like he's going to be redeemed.
Not only that, it was interesting because he by showing, he basically show-fronted him he just proved that Kylo has a lot of like anger and frustration, and the fact that he just lashed out at him and he wasn't there, he's like, see, you have a lot of issues that you need to work on, basically.
Yep.
And then he disappeared. That's basically what that was. So,
that's why I feel like with the lightsaber fight, you don't need it in that moment because it's there to have him be taught a lesson. And I really
lesson, yeah. It's a lesson teaching point is what it was. It wasn't like to have an actual fight. He was just trying to prove a point that like he's acting out of anger. That's the only place he's coming from. And he has a lot of issues he needs to resolve. So I agree. Yeah.
Corey, that was blasphemy when you said that lightsaber fight was needed.
I'm fine with
those words should never be uttered from any Star Wars fan. That lightsaber fight was not needed.
Well, okay, let me say this. I thought it was well executed without a lightsaber fight. Like you didn't need one because of the way that the story was interpreted in the movie. You didn't need one, literally. And I felt like if they made it in the story to where you had to have a real lightsaber fight, yeah, but I felt like where they did with the story didn't need it. And I felt like it was fantastic without one. Like it just surprised me that much that it was that fantastic without a lightsaber fight. And it kind of was one too. It was just not like they both were batting each other. Like it was just Kylo Ren. So
I gotta have that conventional Jedi versus Sith lightsaber fight. Like, I value that more than anything else in a Star Wars movie.
Mm-hmm. No, I understand. It's not like I'm not like I get what you mean, definitely.
And then, do you not feel like it was like misdirection that they led you to believe that it was going to happen in that scene? Like, they made it look like that was what was going to happen in the movie. Like, did you not think that you saw it? Like, that's what everybody thinks, you know?
Well, they have to make it look like they're going to fight on purpose and then show that they're not. Because, like, then you would know the twist.
Yeah. But I'm saying that first time I saw it, like, oh, my God, I remember how mad I was the first time. Did you scream in the theater? We were in the theater. I saw it in the theater, and I don't remember exactly. I'm pretty sure I ranted about it. Do you remember when we saw Last Jedi? I'm pretty sure I ranted about it for like forever afterwards.
I remember whenever I was in the theater, I saw a guy walk out, like whenever that happened.
Like no, I was sort of like stunned. Like I couldn't talk about it. Like I was so stunned by everything that unraveled in the end of that movie. Mm-hmm. Because like I remember when I saw it in the theater and Snoke dies, I was just like shook because I wasn't expecting it.
Yes.
And I was kind of mad, but then I got past it. And I was like, that's okay. There's still going to be a good lightsaber fight at the end. That's literally what I thought. And you had that good scene with Rey and Kylo and the Praetorian Guards or whatever and all that, the Royal Guards. But then you're like, okay, now I'm going to get to see Luke and Kylo fight. Luke's going to die like Obi-Wan Kenobi in Episode 4 probably. And then it's going to be epic. And then it doesn't happen. But it was definitely good misdirection. Like they definitely did fool me.
So I need to call out Heartbreaker here in the comments. So he said that they could have caught Tyler the lesson without Luke dying. Ultimately didn't do anything in the film. It sucks. Even the actor hates the movie. Mark Hamill at the beginning, whenever he started the movie, didn't understand like a lot of people that like this is such a different way of going for Luke Skywalker's character. And I think that after the movie was done, he actually looked at the movie and thought, oh, this is actually done better than I expected, because looking at it from a script, it probably did look weird to him, like Mark Hamill. And I thought that Luke did everything he could to save everybody and keep them going. And Luke, in his old age, who was going to probably die not long after that anyways, I felt like was perfect poetry for him to die as the last. He says, I won't be the last Jedi, but he dies as one of the last. So. Oh, no. And he says that the Rey and Kylo Ren versus the Royal Guards fight is stupid. I don't think it's stupid. I love it.
No,
again, that's a great misdirection.
That was a good scene. I hate the movie, but that was a good scene. That was, I'd say, definitely the best scene in the movie.
Colton, that's a lie about Disney probably paying him to say he likes it, because people say Disney pays everybody to do something. But it's funny whenever people say, oh, Disney pays for good reviews. But then I see some Disney movies that are not very popular that come out. They get really shitty reviews and nobody talks about those. But he said he's done.
This is going to be gold for the people that go back and watch this. Like, just could you imagine? Somebody's just like, I watched the Black Christmas remake. It was utter shit. And then all people have been talking about is this new Star Wars movie. So I'm just going to tune into this live stream, and they're going to talk about Krampus and Gremlins, and my night is going to be good. And then in the middle of the live stream, boom, talking about how The Last Jedi is good for 30 minutes. I'm like, trigger.
That's good.
Oh,
I like to speak my mind. I'm sticking to it.
That was interesting. That was a strong defense.
Yeah. Well, I really have thought about it. It's not like I go into this like on a half-ass like defense, I guess.
When you like The Last Jedi as much as you do, you've got to really know what you're talking about, because you're going to have people mad about it.
You know who else really loves The Last Jedi that I noticed really likes it is Sinister Cinema Reviews, Jason.
Really?
Yeah, he said that's his favorite movie in the franchise as well.
Yeah, I really like. I love
a dream sequence or what?
No, so let's actually talk about the movie we're supposed to be talking about. The ending is actually brilliant, because he wakes up and you think that it's all a dream, but he gets the little bell from Krampus, and in a minute you see Krampus put the snow globe back on his mantle. You'll see in a minute. So how I take the ending of this movie is that it all happened, but Krampus had the power to undo it, because he knew the true meaning of Christmas. Look, he has the globe and stuff. He gave him an ornament, so it wasn't actually a dream.
So it really happened, but
he undid it or whatever, basically.
And then they remember it too. They start to remember it whenever they see the bell.
To me, that doesn't have your normal problems of a dream sequence movie, because he remembers it. He got the ornament, so he knows that it actually happened. And then Krampus puts the globe down as confirmation to the audience that it actually happened. This is the one time that type of ending works for me. I can't think of any other movie where they tried to do this. Because you know how I ran about Breaking Dawn Part 2? Yeah, let's throw a Twilight discussion.
Oh my god! I was thinking about that whenever you're talking about dream sequences, because that is one of those things where they have this giant fight and everybody dies and then it's just a dream.
Did that bother you? I can't
remember. In the book, it's actually like that, where Alice, foresees the vision, and she's basically showing, because in the book, she takes Aro's hand and he sees the future. And so that's what was really going on in the mind. So you have to project that on the screen.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So
that didn't bother me, because the way that story went, it's like they I don't know, it had to show the villain that he's gonna die if they fight.
Exactly, yeah.
And then whenever he wouldn't fight them after he shows that.
But no, I would disagree. I'd say that makes the villain a pussy, because
what? He would literally just kill himself.
He's gonna walk away
Derek,
and just
you
give
have
up.
No right to talk on this movie because you've never even read the book.
It doesn't matter.
No, it does matter. You're not allowed to commentary anything about it because you don't know the book. If you read the book,
would
you would understand the
Sidious have
movie.
saw a vision and then just walk away and gave up?
You're ridiculous.
Well, that would have been different because that's Star Wars and not Twilight.
Thank you.
A good villain wouldn't just give up
Derek,
that easily.
he's not a villain. He's not technically a villain in the book. They are like law and order. They're basically the vampire police. So it's a power thing. It's not that he wasn't gonna attack. That's the point of the film, and that's the point. So in that scene, they're going to attack, and they're showing that. But Alice is saying, if you go forward with attacking us, this is what's going to happen. So actually, he wasn't backing down at all. He was planning to go forward. And she was like, if you do, you're going to die. All of you are going to die. That's the point. See, you would know that if you read the book.
I love that we talked about this Krampus for 1 second, then we went to Twilight.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Nobody should be so triggered listening to this live stream.
I don't care. I'm triggered.
Twilight. People will be so mad when they go back. It's like, and we didn't do it at the beginning, so like we lull people like, oh, this would be a nice little Krampus live stream. Nope.
Not.
Defending The Last Jedi. Defending Twilight.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Oh my god,
I love The Last Jedi. I love it. It's my favorite.
So you want to talk about? Well, I guess let's kind of talk about. We talked about the end a little bit. So I think I said this is probably like my fourth favorite Christmas movie. Where did you say this one was for you?
It might be after Silent Night, Deadly Night, and Black Christmas.
So
I can't think of any more in my head.
So this is like a high recommend for both of us. Like if you've never seen Krampus, like you guys should definitely check that one out. So let's talk about another great Christmas movie, John Kyle. Let's talk about Gremlins for a little bit.
Gremlins.
So Corey, when did you see Gremlins for the first time?
I can't remember what age. I was like probably 9 or 10.
So it was like a childhood movie for you, right?
Yeah, but I didn't watch it a lot. I watched it maybe once or twice.
That's the same for me. I saw it once or twice when I was a kid. I didn't really hardcore get into it until like probably about the same time, 2 or 3 years ago. Like when I really started getting into YouTube and stuff, like watching holiday-themed horror movies. Now I'm obsessed with like holiday-themed horror movies. I have to watch Thanksgiving and Blood Rage to celebrate Thanksgiving. I've got to watch My Bloody Valentine on February. Speaking of that, do you know about that awesome box set?
Yeah.
Whenever they're releasing.
Screen Factory, yeah.
Yes, I got to pre-order that and make sure I get that. Oh my God, that's going to be so good. And I just have the DVD. So I love
that they put that in April Fool's Day, like released close to the same time.
Yeah, I'll have to get the April Fool's Day one too. I'm going to reverse the art though, because I don't like the new artwork, but I think we've all talked about that.
Yeah.
For April Fool's Day. I like the new My Bloody Valentine artwork. And I just hope, I'm assuming it is, but it better be the unrated version of My Bloody Valentine. I'm sure with Screen Factory.
It has to be. Like, they're probably going to have to do that. I don't think they wouldn't do it.
They'll handle it like Silent Night, Deadly Night, and I'm guessing the footage that was cut out will stand out more on like the Blu-ray, because I noticed that, like, because I've seen Silent Night, Deadly Night on DVD and Blu-ray, because I have the Screen Factory now, and the cutout scenes stand out more on the Blu-ray because of the difference in quality between, like, you know what I'm saying? So I bet it'll probably be the same, but man, I've seen both versions of My Bloody Valentine, and it's a 10 times better movie with the gore added in it, because so much was just cut out of that movie.
I haven't seen the one with the gore, like the unrated cut. I need to watch it.
It's going to make a huge difference for you. Because with the gore, it's like one of my all-time favorite slashers. It's going to make a huge difference for you when you get that Blu-ray. But anyway, back to Gremlins. This is like the off-task live stream. We keep getting off-task over and over and over again. But
well, it's cool. We can talk about whatever too. So
yeah, that's what makes the stream fun. We got to talk about different stuff sometimes. So let's see. What really stands out to you with Gremlins? Because I watched it the other day, and man, I just loved everything about it. I thought all the performances were really good amongst everybody. I thought it was really well paced. I thought everybody was like charming in their own way. Like the mom just had this like hardworking, nice, loving mom attitude, and the dad was such a loser at inventing all his stuff. But I always get a kick out of all his stupid inventions and how they're always like a failure. It always kind of makes me laugh. And then the son works hard at the bank to help get money to his family. His little girlfriend, she's really likable too. Yeah, I thought the acting from everybody was just awesome.
I like the acting. What stands out to me is like just the Gremlins themselves. Like, the effects on them are really cool.
Oh my god, it's like some of the best special effects that I've ever seen. They look like the real creatures, like the whole movie. Like it's has some of the best special effects I've ever seen.
There was a close up. Yeah, there was a close up of them eating chicken wings, and like it's so weird watching their like mouths.
Like the mouth. Yeah, that scene weirded me out when I was watching it. Why do we have an up close mouth shot of the Gremlins eating chicken? Like I don't really want to see that.
But it was so cool how good of an effect it was because it looked real.
Yeah. And then they look cool when their Mogwas, and then when they transform, they look cool too. And then they have such cool lore behind them, like the whole get them wet, they multiply, feed them after midnight, they turn evil, and it's just crazy because like how it gets out of hand. And the mom and them basically kill them all except for Stripe, but then he gets in that pool and they all multiply. So like you could get a Gremlins problem in a heartbeat. You have one Gremlin and it makes like 500 in no time. It's kind of a scary concept. Like for a PG movie, it's actually pretty creepy. Like if you actually sit and you think about it.
It is. So I thought it was weird rewatching this that they were in a movie theater, and in the second one they do that too, but I only thought they did in the second one.
I haven't seen the second one before, so I can't.
What? Really? You haven't never seen it?
Is it actually worth a watch?
I don't remember it well. I remember it being goofy, like it was funny, but I don't remember it. But like I'm surprised you haven't seen that.
No, I need to.
Okay.
I thought this one was really charming because like the Gremlins were scary, but they're also really funny with like some of the shit they're doing, like we were talking about earlier with them smoking and drinking and playing cards, and then get a flashing gremlin, and they're all watching Snow White. And then Stripes sees the candy sign. He tries to go and get the candy from the department store, and it's just hilarious.
It was. So John Kyle said, "Gremlins is not Xmas movie. I'm getting a drink." LOL.
It's just so charming. Like it's just so much fun. Like it's like the perfect combination of like horror and comedy to me.
Yeah. It's really well done. It's just one I don't know. I liked it, but I didn't love it. But I didn't really grow up with it much. But I mean, I think it's still great. It's still a great movie, but I just didn't really feel like I need to rewatch it again.
Yeah, I don't know. I just always get in the mood for it. Like I was excited to watch it the other day again. I don't even have it on Blu-ray yet. I need to upgrade.
I just bought it on Blu-ray. That's how I watched it. So it was pretty good transfer too.
I have a good DVD transfer though. My DVD, I have the DVD version of the Blu-ray that you have, so the transfer is good.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I enjoy Gremlins. Trying to think if there's anything else about Gremlins that sticks out to me.
They have some good gory moments that are underrated, like when she puts that one in the blender and then puts it up in the microwave and stuff. And they have a lot of kills. The kills are really campy and cheesy, but I don't mind. Like most of the gore is like with the Gremlins. Remember when he melts at the end? When they put sunlight on Stripe and he melts and it was giving me some Fright Night vibes, kind of.
Like hey, John, wait a minute. I don't have a problem with Rocky Balboa.
Is he talking about the movie Rocky Balboa?
I don't know. Or are you talking about Rocky or the movie Rocky Balboa? Because I love Rocky Balboa, the movie. And I like Rocky a lot.
The character and the movie.
Yeah.
Rocky Balboa is a good movie. It does have, I will say Rocky Balboa has one of the weakest fights in the franchise. I don't like how they do that pay-per-view style fight at the end. It's weird.
Is that the only one where it looks like that?
Yes.
I
Well,
so.
no. I think the Creed. I don't love the cinematography of the Creed 1 fight either. Like, I don't.
But
think,
is it pay-per-view again though?
I don't think so. I think they just do that in Rocky Balboa.
I'm talking about Rocky 3 and Derek pooped on it. Rocky 3? Oh, did you not like Rocky 3? I can't remember.
I like Rocky 3. I just said that, like, it has a great story. The fight is just disappointing because when him and Clubber fight, it's such a short fight the second time. It's only like 3 rounds. And it makes me mad because he has this strategy where he's going to, like, get fast and dodge all his punches and tires him out. But then he abandons the fight and then he just lets Clubber punch him like 100 times. He's like, come on, hit me, knock me out. Like it just gets too hammy by that point. Like, it's still good though. Like, I love Rocky 3. To me, there's no bad Rocky movies. Even Rocky 5, which people hate, I would still say it's probably like a B, like a B. Like, there are no bad Rocky movies to me.
Derek, I'm not going to lie. Whenever you said you didn't love the ending to Rocky 1, I wanted to say, so you're telling me
I don't love the ending to Rocky 1.
Man.
You brought it up, Corey. I love America, so I love winning, so I don't love the ending of Rocky 1. Now, there's no need to explain it to me about going the distance and all that. There's a difference between not understanding and not liking it. I understand it, and I don't like it.
Oh, my gosh.
Every time I watch, I feel like even anybody who even loves Rocky, don't you even lie to yourself that you watch Rocky and you don't want to put Rocky 2 in right after that. Like, you're lying to yourself if you don't.
I'm fine with Rocky 1 on its own. If it was its own movie, I'd be fine with that.
I can't do it. I'm like, I gotta see Rocky get this W.
The point more was that he went the distance and found love. Like, that's really the point than like winning. But I know what you mean though. I can see why you think that, but Derek, Rocky won because he did what he sent out to do. That's what John said.
That's like going to a job interview, but you don't get the job, but saying you still won because you got the interview. Like, no.
That's different than training and going through all this stuff to get almost all 10 rounds to get to the ending fight. At least he made it that far.
No, I get it. Like, he was like a 300 to 1 shot in the fight, and he said he never talked about winning in the whole movie. He said, just so you know that I understand this, I just want to be able to go the distance because nobody's taking Creed to 15 rounds. So I just thought it was, like, I understand it, but I just don't like it. Because it's like right when the fight ends, he's celebrating it. Like, he just starts celebrating and stuff and yelling for Adrian before they'd even announced like that it was like a split decision or whatever at the end. Like, I can't do it.
Oh man. That's hilarious.
Well, it wouldn't matter to Rocky because whether he got the job or didn't get the job, he would still celebrate like it was a win either way. So, like,
that's good. I love it.
Yeah, that's a hard one. That's like you with Last Jedi. It's really hard to go against the ending of the original Rocky because a lot of people, pretty much, I'm in the minority on that one. I don't think I've ever really heard anybody else say they don't like the ending of the original Rocky.
You're the first one I think that said that, like, that I've heard.
I've always thought that, like, even back to when I was little, I've always thought that about the first Rocky.
But that's cool you have a different opinion, though, because we need those. It's like we need something different.
Yeah, and I don't mind when he loses. Like, I don't mind in Rocky Balboa when he loses, and I don't like in Creed I don't mind in Creed 1 when he loses. Like, it's not that Rock, it's not like necessarily that he can't lose. It's like how it's handled. Like, it has to be handled the right way. John Collins just on a roll tonight.
He's the best.
You gotta dress for success.
Yeah.
I should make that my thing. Wear a tie every review.
Hilarious. What else?
I loved Gremlins on rewatch. Like, even for like a PG movie, like, it's got, to me, it's just got that fun factor that a lot of movies just don't have. I don't really have any negatives for Gremlins at all.
I don't really have any negatives per se, but it's just not one that I want to rewatch much. But I haven't seen it a lot, though, to be fair.
Yeah.
It
has to be around the holidays. It's like a holiday themed movie, whether John Kyle agrees or not. I mean, when you get the Mogwai as a Christmas present and Stripe is inside of the Christmas tree and attacks the mom, I mean, it's kind of a Christmas themed movie by that point.
Yeah.
And there's a scene where the Gremlins are singing Christmas carols too. Just saying. And there's a scene where the woman's like, "Merry Christmas" to Miss Deagle and all that stuff. Come on, John Kyle, I could do this all day for Gremlins.
But like Derek, you're forgetting. You're forgetting one of the best Christmas movies ever, which is Jaws: The Revenge, right?
Oh yeah, this time it's personal. And then the woman in the second one, sharks don't take things personally.
And then it takes it personally.
Oh my god. I never have reviewed the Jaws sequels yet. I can't remember if I might have reviewed 2, but I know I haven't reviewed 3 and 4. So I'll have to review.
Really? Oh, I thought you might have. I couldn't remember.
And I still never saw 37 meters uncaged yet, or 47, whatever. I haven't seen the second one yet. I heard you and I think it was you and Christian or somebody talking about it the other day. 47 meters uncaged.
Yeah, that one's really good. He messaged me later that night and said it was awesome. Like, he watched it and really loved it.
I heard it gets crazy, like zombie sharks and everything, like later on.
It's not as like silly as it sounds.
No, I've heard a couple reviews that it was pretty solid. I just didn't love the first one, so I just never saw the second one yet. But I'm gonna check it out.
What's the time travel Easter egg in Gremlins?
I don't think I know that one either.
I don't know. Go bye, bro.
I guess Heartbreaker has to leave.
Oh, okay. Goodbye, bro. Okay.
I guess that's what he's saying there.
Dang. Okay. Well, it's good seeing you. If you're leaving.
Thanks for stopping in. If that's what that means.
Yeah, John. What does that mean? Like with the Easter egg.
Explain yourself, John Kyle. And Corey are both stumped. We don't know.
Well, he said time travel. Spielberg presented this, so maybe it was a Back to the Future. No, that came out a year after this. Never mind.
Was there a DeLorean or something like that in the movie?
Or maybe I don't know. Dudes, come on! It's when the dad's on the phone. You know what? Google it. No, just tell me. I can't get away from here. Tell me, John Kyle. I guess you guys aren't Gremlins fans. I'm not really a big Gremlins fan. I know Derek is, but I haven't really watched Gremlins a lot. This is like the third time I've seen it, I think, in my life.
This is probably like my fourth watch. Like, I haven't seen it that many times.
Yeah.
Now I need to know it.
Okay, John Kyle, I'm looking up the trivia right now. We'll see if I can find it.
Let me know when you figure it out. John Kyle's making us play detective. I didn't know that, Big D. That's cool. Good thing, because he wasn't much of an inventor.
Oh, okay. The time machine was in the background when the dad calls when the machine disappears.
Oh yeah, what where they have like that robot behind him and he's using the payphone and stuff. Yeah. I think I know what you're talking about. He's at like that convention or whatever. I'll have to watch more closely and catch that the next time I see it.
Yeah.
Did you figure that out this year or last year on Christmas when you were watching Gremlins, John Kyle? Hey, we don't know everything.
I don't, especially for Gremlins, because I've only seen it a couple times.
Me and Corey are not hardcore Gremlins fans. He's seen it like twice. I've seen it like 4 times.
Yep.
I haven't really watched any behind the scenes or anything on it.
I haven't either.
I didn't really get into Christmas horror that much. I hadn't seen any Christmas horror movies until like last year. I think I saw Black Christmas 74 like 2 years ago, but either way, I've only really been into Christmas horror movies like a couple years.
Derek, I'm so surprised you haven't seen Gremlins 2. Like, I would have expected you to see it.
I know I need to see it now. I kept seeing it tonight. I haven't seen it yet.
Stop yarning, LOL. I figured it out when I saw it in theaters when Derek was in diapers. God.
Oh, John Kyle, look, Big D loves Gremlins too.
Yep, he's a big fan.
Spielberg is just the man, I'm telling you.
Yep.
Don't underestimate Spielberg.
I need to see his old horror movies that he made. Like Duel, or he made like 3 different horror movies like in the 70s before Jaws. It's surprising that he started out with doing some horror.
I'll tell you what, I'm ready to get back to some horror reviews on my channel. Like, I like Star Wars and stuff, but it's been pretty exhausting watching all these Star Wars movies.
Really?
Star Wars is fun and stuff, but like that's a big chore, Corey. When you try to review in less than a month, 10 Star Wars movies?
Yeah.
About to be 11?
That's why I've really changed up my reviewing methods, because like it's harder for me to do like each review and not do them all together, because it feels like it's easier to do them all together for me.
Definitely. Well, I don't plan on tackling a big, huge franchise for a while. I know in January I'm going to do the Omen movies, so that's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to
keep yawning. Yeah.
that. And that's
John Kyle yawned again.
There's not that many Omen movies to review, so that'll be pretty easy.
I'm interested to see what you'll think of Omen 4.
Oh God, there's no telling. Maybe I'll do The Exorcist in February. That's a short.
Oh, do that, but don't break my heart and hate Exorcist 2.
I picked it up for $2 the other day, so I got Exorcist 2 now. I own it. I own the first 3, and the others I could watch easily. I got to make sure I don't watch the 2 prequels back to back, because I've seen one of them and I've heard they're both like almost exactly the same. So I got to make sure I don't watch them both. I got to make sure I do one first and then watch another one later.
They mesh. They just are almost the same thing, and they're so similar you can't watch them both at the same time.
Yeah, so I need to watch one at the beginning and then one at the end of the franchise probably. But that's another easy franchise to do because there's not that many movies. Plus, I really want to check out Exorcist 2 to see what I think. I've only seen it once. I don't remember it at all. And I really want to check out Exorcist 3, which I remember really liking before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear things about Omen 4, but I always like seeing a movie for the first time. So it'll be fun.
Yeah.
I've seen all the other Omen movies, just not the 4th one. I've seen the remake. I've seen the first 3.
For me, it's one of those movies that's bad, but like it's watchable. Like it doesn't make me angry watching it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. It's probably not going to bother me that much.
Maybe we'll see. You might have a rage on it.
Yeah, I don't think so. Like, I'm not a hardcore Omen fan.
So you're telling me that Omen 3 ended it perfectly, and then they did it again with another one where it's not Damien.
It's basically a girl, and it follows a lot of the beats of the first movie.
Yes,
it
is very, very similar.
Yeah, that might be a little bit of a rant.
Maybe. Oh yeah. I'll hopefully. I don't know. But did you get the? You said you got the Scream Factory box set, right?
Yes, and I've been dying. I wanted to do it this month, but Star Wars was just too much of a commitment for me.
It's got the DVD set.
Yeah, that's cool too.
But I want to get the Blu-ray set eventually because it's got all those special features.
Yeah, I'm working on upgrading getting Blu-rays I don't have of good movies, and then upgrading stuff. Since I got all the figures I pretty much want. That's kind of what I'm working on now. Is I'm working on upgrading my stuff.
And also with those Scream Factories, you got to get them probably a year before they after a year after they're released, or like they'll probably go out of print.
Yeah,
years.
And you'll want that. So
I was looking at Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 and 3, and it's like $150 because like it's out of print for 2 and 3 double pack. So
yeah, it's okay. You don't need Silent Night, Deadly Night 3 anyway.
Oh no! Sorry, Slumber Party Massacre.
They need to do a reprint. Definitely of the second one.
They might do it if they have a steelbook of it, maybe.
If they did the steelbook of the first one, you would think they would do a re-release of 2 soon as well. I'm kicking myself, Corey, because at the FYE, they had that 2 and 3 for, I want to say, under $40 a few months ago, and I didn't pick it up. And I've regretted it ever since.
Oh, me too. I had it at my vintage stock for like 20-something, and I was like, oh, I'll get it next time.
I know, and I've never seen it since. And now it's so much. And I love Slumber Party Massacre too. It's hilarious, and I can't own it.
I want to see 3, even though I don't know if it'll be good, but I do want to see it.
I heard 3 it was kind of hilariously bad, not so much so as 2, but I think the killer basically is mad and kills women because he can't get hard or something like that. No, for real. Like, I'm pretty sure
that's hilarious.
For that one. Mickey or somebody reviewed it at some point in time, and I watched.
Oh, jeez. That sounds fun.
It sounds like it definitely has the fun factor.
So whenever I get paid on Monday, I'm going to go buy the Fly collection that Scream Factory did, and I'm going to get Alice, Sweet Alice.
Oh, you getting the Arrow, Alice, Sweet Alice?
Yeah.
I just rewatched it. The transfer was glorious the other day. Oh, my God. I didn't get a chance to watch all the special features yet, though, but the transfer of the movie is just amazing.
Sweet. No, I want to get that really bad because I want to get that before it's either expensive or doesn't have, like, the slipcover.
Yeah, I got the Pieces Blu-ray, and I watched that the other day, too, and loved it.
Oh, cool.
The Grindhouse Pieces Blu-ray, it was really good. The transfer was super good on that one.
Pieces I need to rewatch. That one was fun, I remember.
I liked it even more on the second time that I watched it. Like, I loved it the first time, I loved it even more the second time.
I always remember that scene in the elevator where the guy chainsaws off the girl's arms. Like, it's pretty crazy.
All the kills are good. And then you have that stupid moment where the woman yells bastard. Like,
bastard, yeah.
Bastard!
There are some bad dubs, like, for these movies. Like, there's some horrible ones. Like, if you ever see this movie called House by the Cemetery, there's this voice for a little kid, and it's an old man voice, like, portraying the kid. It's horrible. It's hilarious, though.
I think that would add to the enjoyment of the movie for me, honestly.
It's so creepy, but it's funny.
Like, that kind of stuff adds to the enjoyment. Like, I find it funny.
Yeah. Are you ready to call it quits?
Yeah, I would say that's what I was gonna say. It's like right at 9, and I'm tired. And I usually tell Taylor I relimit it to about 2 hours is what I told her.
Yep, but we did longer than that today, but that's fine.
Well, we had technical issues for forever too, and we started late, so we actually probably weren't much over 2 hours.
That's true. Now that you say that, sweet. Okay.
But yeah, we're gonna try to have a Black Christmas live stream. Hopefully, we can work it out with schedules and stuff. I really want to get that in before Christmas, so I'm gonna talk to everybody soon and see what everybody can do on that.
Sweet. All right. Thanks everybody for watching.
All right. Thanks for tuning in. Y'all have a good night.